Look, I'm not trying to tell you how to collect, but more and more collectors are seemingly focused more on what's still to come instead of appreciating what they already have. And don't get me wrong, being excited of what could be is certainly a part of this hobby. But frankly, this leads to a desire to grab things that you're not really interested in because it's simply labeled as the new thing. And before long, everyone on social media, all your friends, and on YouTube will be talking about it. And of course, you don't want to be left out. Whenever there is something new revealed or teased, there is also an absolute flood of overreactions and rash decisions. But spoiler alert, just because you see it doesn't mean that it's actually coming. And don't worry, this isn't a negative video for all you out there that think I'm always down in the dumps and have no sign of positivity within the community. I'm just saying, I think a lot of collectors are high on hopium, and it's about time that we wean ourselves off it and come back down to reality. As you know, Hot Toys is a business, and within that business model, hype and anticipation are some of the things that their marketing department certainly has to account for. Like with all companies, we don't know what really goes on behind the scenes at all. For all we know, it could be an absolute madhouse and circus, and probably is. We just get to reap the rewards of all these lovely production pieces that we're so fond of. But sometimes, companies have to be smart about their releases and their reveals and focus strictly on product development, which isn't as fun. You know all those head sculpts out there that you say need refining, or new figures out there that need more help before they're officially released? Well, if they do go that route and give you what they want, they naturally are not making money because the figures aren't coming out. And if no figures are coming out, anticipation and hype for the company begins to diminish. Sounds like another company I know. Looking at you, InArt Collectibles. When their figures aren't shipping, what do? They tease us with what could be and what could be eventually coming out. So we stop complaining about their lack of distribution because we're focused on something else. Do you know what? I'm okay with that. That's smart business. I don't like it, but I respect it. But this isn't exclusive to InArt at all. No. All companies do this, especially Hot Toys, and they have been doing it for quite some time. But before we get into that, I do want to say something that you should have been doing for quite some time is being subscribed to this channel. So if you haven't done that yet, please make sure that you like this video and make sure that you are subscribed. It goes a long way in helping this channel's reach, and when there's more subscribers, we have more fun. So, as I just said, Hot Toys has been doing this for quite some time. Hell, just the last couple weeks we saw more reveals from ACGHK and sent the collecting world into an absolute tizzy and got so many people high on hopium with what could be coming. We saw the battle damaged T-800. We saw a new Empire Strikes Back Chewbacca. We saw Kidpool, which was just put up for pre-order, and so much more. But take out that Kidpool that just went up, and Hot Toys still has 105 figures that are yet to be revealed and put up for pre-order. And that's crazy to think about. Now before you start shredding me and say, well look, Kidpool is out, everything else is soon to follow, you negative collector you. Well, I want you to take a look at this list, and it'll give you an idea of just how different your collections could look by taking a deep dive on some pieces that some collectors have been holding on to hope for years to be released at this point. Now, the real hero of this video is in all actuality Jurgen Schultz, as I've talked about before, who posts all this on Facebook every single time a new figure is revealed, and he has put together this photo montage of everything we've seen, as well as a chart showing what's in each picture and when it's all been announced. So let's jump on the back of this magnificent work, shall we, and take a peek. So let's start with what we're taking a look at here, and this is the master list that Jurgen Schultz has put together. And as you can see, as of right now, 106 down here teases or releases that Hot Toys has put out. Now, we just recently had Kidpool that we had right there. We'll talk about that in just a second, but we're down to 105. But let's just go through this and see what your collection is technically missing, starting right here with this one. I know Will has been asking for Corvus Glaive. We've been wanting to have a little bit more from the Black Order. Here's a classic, the Imperial Death Star officer. I would love to have an Imperial officer in my collection. We got different pieces from the Marvels, got Jan Rog, obviously some really cool things down here. You can see, look at these pieces from Suicide Squad, never seeing the light of day. Check out these, the Jedi Starfighter, another RoboCop, the Ancient One, all these airborne troopers. These are just things that have been teased, but have never made it off the list. Let's continue on. Check out this quarter scale Kylo Ren. Here is Prometheus from the Alien franchise. That could be a big thing that could come back out, especially since Alien Romulus is out. But look here, a reissue of the Power Loader with Ripley, a TIE Interceptor, some stabs at Jazz Inc. perhaps down here. There's the Batmobile, there's Rey's Speeder. Here's the one that hurts me the most. Baze Malbus, would love to see that. An Ultron Sentry droid. I'm not for sure exactly what's going to be happening here. They're going to do a hover carrier from Captain America. Who knows? Moving on. Look at all this good stuff that we're missing. T'Challa on the throne. We have the Batwing, perhaps another stab at Jazz Inc. We got the Yellow Jacket. We got the Stap with Battle Droid. And, there is a Drax that we are missing, a Snowtrooper Commander. The N1. Is that ever coming? Continuing on, check out this. People have been wanting the Bat Computer forever. And check this out down here. Can you see that? Check out that prototype helicopter from Batman 89. Super cool. Where is Hawkeye? Where is the Lone Ranger? We got Tonto. What in the world happened there? Check out another one of the pieces from Kenobi. And OMG, a Smooth Criminal. Another Michael Jackson from Hot Toys. Let's keep going. A quarter scale Spider-Man from No Way Home, the black and gold suit. Another piece from Kenobi. These diorama pieces, which are very interesting. The Batmobile, another stab at Jazz Inc. perhaps. You starting to see a trend here? Check this out. I would have loved to have seen a Professor X from First Class. That'd be cool. Shazam. Yep, that's never going to happen. Moving on. Another Drax that we all desperately need. A MODOK that no one needs. Remember this? Remember this right here? This life-size child with Pram that everyone was saying was the next big thing that we had to be looking towards? Yeah, maybe not. Check out this quarter, I guess, or full scale, 1-to-1 Azalian from Rise of Skywalker and all the different type of Star Wars shows that he's been in. Don't think it's coming. But then this, remember when this came out? There's a Spider-Gwen. We need that. All these different bat suits that everyone said, I'm going to buy this. Another Grogu, Loki on the throne. What is all this mean? And then the big one. All of these from ACGHK that everyone said would be happening. But will it? I don't know. There's your T-800. There's Kidpool. He officially has been revealed. But what about these? Are they just doing these to get us hype and talking? The Jar Jar got us talking. The Hulkbuster got us talking. This Chewbacca got us talking. But what does it all mean? Will any of this see the light of day? Well, as you can see, 105 pieces with a million more at least on the way. And as I've shown and said, all that to say these last three things. And I truly believe they are so important in the age of collecting that we live in today. Number one is enjoy what is rather than what is to come. You know what that is in a nutshell and very hard for us to accept, including myself? Contentment. We have been cultivated as a society to always be looking to the horizon. Take these wise words from Jedi Master Yoda himself.
All his life as he looked away to the future, to the horizon, never his mind on where he was, what he was doing.
Now, as I said in the opening, there is nothing wrong with getting excited, but I think it's pretty clear that some collectors do get a bit too high on hope, and that's because, number two, just because it's shown doesn't mean it's coming. I don't mean to be negative at all, but we literally have 105 teases that have never seen the light of production. Of course, there are a few that wander its way out of the graveyard from time to time, but a majority of these never make it. Maybe there's issues with production. Maybe they don't make it because they don't think they will sell. I don't know. I don't have the answers as to why, but let yourself be excited when you see a new release for a day. memory hole it to come back to if it ever does come up for pre-order, and move on with your collecting life. And finally, number 3, because of that, don't make rash decisions on hope. Collect actual figures, not dreams. Perhaps one of the most depressing things I've seen is when these teasers are revealed and so many people run to get rid of their old figures so that they can finally capitalize on its market value before it ultimately plummets. Stop doing that. If it officially is revealed and put up for pre-order and you still want to get rid of the figure to make room for something else, fine, go for it. But selling off your collection because you think something might be coming is not being a true collector at all, in my opinion. You are a hopium addict. Of course, I do not speak for a majority of the 6-scale community. I'm not your voice. I'm just giving you my opinion and what I will not be doing. If you disagree, let me know respectfully below. Well, that is all I have for you today. Let's maybe take a break on the hopium and simply focus on what we currently have in front of us, not what is 10 miles down the road. If you like this type of content or found it helpful at all, make sure to leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and let me know down in those comments if I'm completely off base or if you agree with what I'm saying. And while you're down there in the comments, let me know, what is the one absolute must-have piece that you are indeed hoping for? I would love to know what it is. Until next time, happy collecting, stay high on life, and I'll be seeing you in our next video.